Welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. Coming up for you today is some Euro 2020 content because yes, usually this would be over on the second channel, but I thought, you know what, right now there's not a great deal going on the Barca scene. A lot of focus is on the international football. We've got the knockout stages coming up here of Euro 2020, so why not give it all a big preview? There's some fantastic games coming up, and there's been some really impressive performances up until now. Who will make it through to the quarterfinal? We're about to find out. So sit back and enjoy full build-up and predictions. Let's get to it. Because indeed, we are about to get started at Euro 2020 in terms of the round of 16 stage. Because over the past few days, there has been no European football at all. It seems like an age, really. But on Saturday, we are getting back into things there. The serious business, in the words of Ousmane Dembele, is about to get started. There's going to be 2 matches per day for the next 4 days to decide there who makes it to the next round. And as you can see here, the Netherlands so far have started so well in front of goal. They are the top goal scorers in the tournament, closely followed by Italy. They're also yet to concede a goal at the tournament so far. Belgium, Portugal, Germany and Spain up there too. Spain, of course, putting 5 past Slovakia in their final game of the group. And I think there, when I've been looking to you guys in terms of which team has really impressed you so far, who has really caught the eye, I think Italy, they are the standout team so far. Like I say, they've gone through the group stage there without conceding a goal. They've been dominant in every single game they played, and of course, even when they came against Wales in that final game, they rotated their team. They completely rested many of their key players, yet the players on the bench, the rotational players that they brought in, they've still got huge quality, and they've been a very impressive outfit. But let's start first of all with Saturday's action, kicking us off there, Wales against Denmark. Because this clash right here will be getting us underway on the Saturday, like I say, coming there live from Amsterdam. Now, unfortunately, on the side of Wales, there'll be no Welsh fans at all in attendance there due to COVID-19 regulations. And of course, I think the rest of the world, if you're anybody outside Wales, you would want Denmark to win this one. And that's no disrespect there to us Welsh people, but I think many people, of course, given what happened with Eriksen, given that everything Denmark have had to come through during this tournament, they are many people's second team right now. And I have to say, I thought Denmark, the way they came through all of that, the way they really pulled themselves and dragged themselves through to the knockout stages, I think that would have done everybody in Denmark proud. But also, I'm sure Eriksen is sitting there watching his teammates. They're very proud of what they've been doing. But I do have to say, on the side of Wales, I think we've done a lot better than I expected. I think coming into this tournament, we wasn't really sure what we were going to have from Wales, what sort of performances we were going to see from the likes of Ramsey, Bale. They've, of course, had their injury problems over the course of the past few seasons, really. But I think both of those players have really stepped up in a big way, and they've been surrounded by a really united team. And I think we will give Denmark a good game. I think we can certainly go there and challenge them. Denmark are the favourites. And although, as a Welshman, it does pain me to say it, Denmark, in the end, the quality they have, of course, our very own Martin Braithwaite, I think they're probably just about gonna come out on top. Also on the Saturday is Italy there coming up against Austria. That game is going to be coming live from London at Wembley Stadium. And Italy, like I say, very much the standout team. Austria will be coming and hoping to cause some kind of upset. But I think Austria so far in this tournament, they haven't really convinced. They've got some very good players. Of course, David Alaba going to Real Madrid. We all know about his quality. But I think Italy here, they have shown right throughout the tournament so far, they can take care of business. They're so strong defensive. They've got really effective players going forward. I think Locatelli in that midfield, he has been one of the standout players, I feel, so far from the tournament. His runs into the area, he's got amongst the goals as well. But I think overall, Italy are going to be far too strong. I think they're going to beat Austria and book their place in the quarterfinals, where they'll be hoping to keep on moving forward in this competition. Then on Sunday, there is a meeting between the Netherlands and Czech Republic there. That game coming live from Budapest. And I've got to say, I've been very impressed so far with what we've seen from the Dutch national team going into the tournament. We knew they had the players. We knew they had a quality among them. But I just think we weren't quite sure about how De Boer was going to really make things work, whether that 3 at the back system was going to suit Netherlands. And I have to say, I think Dumfries, he's been one of the standouts, hasn't he, from this tournament. He's been popping up there in the opposition goal. He's been getting himself on the score sheet demonstrating and really proving a very, very good player for the Netherlands. Of course, our very own now, Memphis Depay, he's always going to be a goal threat. I think Frenkie de Jong has been fantastic in this tournament so far. But of course, Czech Republic, they can cause problems. We've already seen them score probably the goal of the tournament there with Patrick Schick's stunner against Scotland. They do have players who can score goals. And the Netherlands still 100% convincing at the back, but I think they will have enough going forward and enough to take care of Czech Republic here. I'm going to go Netherlands win. Up next on the Sunday, live from Spain in Seville, it is going to be one of the ties of the round there, pitting Belgium against the former champions there, the Euro 2016 champions Portugal, who of course came through in their group in third place behind France and Germany. And Belgium so far have been very, very solid, getting all the points they needed to get through, 3 wins out of 3. And the question will be, can they get the better there of Portugal? I think it's going to be an interesting matchup because Portugal will look to absorb a lot of that Belgian pressure. I think Lukaku has basically continued where he left off this season at Inter. He's been outstanding right throughout the season, and at this tournament he's been absolutely no different. I think it's all about whether they can get De Bruyne in the game, and of course that he's 100% fit. I still think he's suffering a little bit with that knock to the face that he suffered in the Champions League final, but when he's been on the pitch for Belgium so far in this tournament, he has been absolutely irresistible, the difference maker. And I think if they can get him on the ball, supplying Lukaku, Belgium will have enough to cause Portugal problems, and I feel in this one, they are going to beat and knock out the reigning champions, Belgium, to win. On Monday, the action very much continues, this time coming live from Copenhagen. This here is a clash between Croatia and Spain. Spain making it through there by winning, like I say, in that final group game. And I think not only the 3 points is very, very important for Spain, that win over Slovakia, but I think as well the confidence. Because I actually think so far this tournament that Spain have been very, very harshly treated by the media. A lot of people have been saying, you know what, Spain are hopeless, Spain are no good. There's been a lot of criticism there from Rafael van der Vaart, which the players of Spain did not like, and I think it is harsh because Spain under Luis Enrique, they create a lot of chances, they have a lot of the ball, they can move it, they've got players there who can make a difference, but I think then it's about that final touch. They've had real struggles there with Morata, Gerard Moreno of course missing that penalty as well in their second group game, so Spain just need to put those chances away. If they can be clinical in this game, for me, they can take care of Croatia, who did very, very well there in their last game against Scotland. Brilliant goal that it was from Luka Modric, but I think this is a very, very close game. Croatia will give everything they've got. They've got a really, really good squad of players. They've got an experienced group as well. But if Spain can finish those chances, they will make it through. That's why I'm going to say Spain to win. Then, live from Bucharest, it is time for France against Switzerland. Many people's favourites there to win the tournament, and indeed my own. But I do have to say, I haven't been all that impressed so far with France. I think their best game came in their opening game there against Germany. I thought they were really, really good as a team. They had a good structure. They should have scored more against Germany on that day. But I think after that, they've not been all that convincing. Against Hungary, they had a real problem there breaking them down. They were actually quite fortunate to get a point from that game. And then, of course, against Portugal, another game that probably they should have won, but they didn't. And that will be the problem going into this game. You don't want to concede first. If you're France against Switzerland, they've got players there like Shaqiri. Mbolo caused problems as well in the group stage in Switzerland. Of course, Griezmann yet to really catch fire in the tournament. He's always working hard. He's certainly making the effort and putting in the hard yards for France. But can he fire in front of goal? The same goes for Mbappe, who's yet to score in this tournament. I will still say that France will win, but I think we all want to see a bit more from such a talented French side. Finally though, we do move on to the final 2 fixtures of the round of 16 stage, starting here at Wembley Stadium, live from London. This for me is one of the ties, if not the clash of the round of 16 stage. It is England against Germany. This is a fixture here that has so much history. These are 2 national teams that certainly there's a lot of rivalry, there's a lot of feeling between the two. This is a big, big game for both nations. England had ambitions here of going very, very deep in the tournament, and for me, England so far, they've done nothing. They've really, really not got going. They've only scored 2 goals so far in the tournament, one of those against Croatia, one of those against Czech Republic. They failed to score against Scotland. That was a really disappointing display, and the biggest problem they have for me is that Harry Kane, he's not got going. He's not involved in the game. He's not getting involved there in the build-up. He's not receiving the ball in the final third. He is yet to score. He's only had 1 single shot on target, and that's the problem. If they want to go deep in this tournament, they need a goal scorer. They need Kane to be firing scoring, and will he find the level they need against Germany? That would be the question right now, because Germany, they are vulnerable. England, if they play at their very, very best, if they play at the level of the players that they have, they can trouble Germany. But I just think in this game, I said exactly the same in my Euro predictions. I just feel as though Germany can manage this occasion better. They got players there in their team like Havertz, who's playing very, very good football, fearless right now. He's looked at the Euros so far. They got brilliant players there in the wing-back areas. Gosens has been fantastic. Joshua Kimmich, for me, one of the best midfielders there in the world by some margin. And I think certainly Germany have enough quality in their team, but even they have lacked goals too. Gnabry hasn't really started scoring at the tournament yet. You've also got players on the bench there like Timo Werner. Vallon not really full of confidence in scoring right now either. So Germany, they have their own problems. But I just think here, in a game of this size, with so much pressure on it, we saw that England couldn't really handle the pressure against Scotland. Will they do any better against Germany? I'm going to say here, Germany to win and beat England at Wembley Stadium. Finally though, guys, it is time here for Sweden against Ukraine. And this actually, for me, is a really interesting game because Sweden are a team who I feel have a lot of quality in their team. I'm a really big fan of Alexander Isak. They got another fantastic young player there in Kulusevski, of course, who is at Juventus. And I think as the tournament has gone on there, towards the end of the group, we start to see the very, very best of Kulusevski. And Sweden, they do have quality. What I would like to see them do, though, is just use that a bit more. I think sometimes they play a little bit too within themselves, a little bit too defensive. And I think in a game like this, just go and attack it. You've got really good attacking players. Use Isak, use Kulusevski, and I think Sweden have enough to take care of Ukraine. I think they've underperformed so far at the tournament. I actually expected a little bit more from them. I expected them to finish second in the group they were in. They didn't. They finished third. They do play Sweden now, which is a chance for them. But I just think they're Sweden. They appear to be growing. They've got a good, solid foundation there. They've got a good back four. They play very, very well defensively, but just open up a bit. Be a bit more creative in the final third, because the quality is there to actually, I feel, go far in this tournament. Which indeed, guys, when you are looking at the draw, that would mean there that Belgium, if they beat Portugal, would go on and meet Italy in the quarter-final. What a game that would be there between two of the heavyweights for this tournament. Potentially, we could see France coming up against Spain there in the quarter as well. That could be a really, really exciting game. Maybe on the other side of the draw, could we see Germany against Sweden? Both of those teams potentially with a chance of making it to the semi-finals if they can get through to that quarter-final clash. And then the Netherlands, will they come up against Denmark? But of course, it's very much open. A lot of things can change. A lot of games could go one way or the other. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What are your predictions for the round of 16? Which team do you feel looks most likely right now to go all of the way? Let me know all that down below. I hope you enjoyed here the preview for this knockout round. It should be exciting as Euro 2020. Now, it truly gets started. I will see you soon, guys, with plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching. But until next time, as always, it's Euro 2020.